Booktube, I'm here with video 11 on day 11 of Review Every Day in May. If you want to join me on Twitter or Instagram or on YouTube, I'm using the hashtag REMBooks. Today I'll be reviewing The Whole Man by John Brunner. This was published in 1964, and it's a soft science fiction. If you don't know the difference between hard and soft science fiction, I'm going to link a video that I did down below that kind of describes the differences between those two subgenres. Okay, so this is the award winner for the most misleading cover and blurb ever seen on a book. You look at this book, I'm just going to show you up close here. It looks like it's like a hard science fiction. You're out in space, there's people in space suits, and there's like alien type creatures, and this dude looks blue. Like, what's going on with him? And then it says here, oh, it's not going to focus, sorry. He was a menace, the ultimate power and control telepathy. And you think, ha, this sounds like really quite cool, and then you get into the story and it's something completely different. There's no aliens, there's no trips out into space, there's no blue men. You think that'd be disappointing, but it's not. So this is about Gerald Howson. I guess that would be him. He's not blue though, so I don't know why I'd think that would be him. Anyways, Gerald Howson was born extremely ugly and deformed. Luckily, or unluckily for him, in the universe that Brunner creates in The Whole Man, that means that he has great telepathic powers. And because he's probably the most deformed and ugly man on Earth, he's the most powerful telepath. And what that means is that he gets recruited by this hospital to be kind of like a therapist, which is really cool. Really cool. So him being a telepathic therapist means that not only do we get kind of like the real world, the 1960s, it takes place in Ulaanbaatar. I'm not precisely sure if that's a real place or not, but it's someplace in Asia in the book. So we get that kind of real life setting, and then we get like ancient China and a kind of fantasy setting where we have ninjas and dragons and magic powers, and then I think they go to New York at one point, and it's really cool because you get into people's minds and there's different settings throughout the book. So those kind of like action scenes are kind of laced through it with the more introspective, philosophical, character-driven scenes. What I really liked about this book too is that for a book in the 1960s, it's surprising that it actually incorporates characters from a wide range of ethnicities. The leader of the hospital is that part of the hospital is an Indian man. I can't remember his name. And then there's like an Israeli person. Like, it's all sorts of different ethnicities and religions and faiths represented in this. And the secondary characters are, again, multi-dimensional characters. You get to know a lot about the two characters that I mentioned before, as well as Howson, and as well as this kind of group of young people that he gets to know. The writing style is cool. He's able to go from, you know, being kind of that medical side, because we are in a hospital, into kind of like the fantasy stories that involve dragons and such. And this is my second John Brunner novel, and he doesn't disappoint. I'm definitely going to look up, you know, more of his books. I have quite a few, and I'm planning to read as much as I can of him. I really like his approach to the topic. As we deal with the battle that Howson is going on of whether he should escape or whether he should stay true to his duties and to other people and the relationships that he's developed, but also dealing with, you know, being in pain and being like physical pain and mental pain because, you know, you're not a physically attractive or even a physically normal person. So yeah, that was really interesting topic to approach here. Yeah, I just pick up anything by John Brunner, really. It's worth it. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.